all corner. Uh, so ASA welcomes students from all corners of the world to participate in our monthly quiz programs. And my name is Arsh Fasila, as I said before. I am one of the high school student committee members of the American Society of Science, Engineering, and Technology, and I will be the moderator for today. So a bit about myself: I'm an 11th grader at Lexington High School in Lexington, Massachusetts. And now, before we start the ASSET quiz, I'll give a brief introduction of ASSET. Uh, so to whoever is new in the program, ASSET has been successfully conducting monthly quiz programs for elementary, middle, and high students since 2023, and this quiz covers questions from all the levels from elementary up to high school. Apart from the quizzes, ASSET's vision is to bud future scientists by providing scientific programs to high school, undergrad, and postgrad students alongside of the internationally famous senior students to learn and share the knowledge with other science-loving individuals. And this scientific activity is done through the ASA Annual Hybrid Conference. ASA has successfully organized its 4 annual hybrid conferences on an international level, and the fifth ASA hybrid conference will be announced in a couple of months. ASA is also present on social media programs, including YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. We are currently using Kahoot for our asset quiz, and the subjects in this quiz competition include science, math, engineering, history, and geography. Since January 2025, Asset has been giving cash prizes uh, for the top 10, considering that we have such a large participation of students, which is always glad to see. So the rules of this quiz, there will be there will be 10 cash prizes with a hold of $30, $25, $20, $25, and $10 for the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth places respectively. And whoever places from sixth to 10th will receive $10 each. Pre-registration of the participants with their full names and school names to receive the ASEC quiz prizes. As soon as the quizzer announces the Kahoot quiz code, please enter it immediately to join the quiz. Oh, I don't. Okay. Please mute yourself and do not speak on the microphone or write the answers in the chat box because this will disqualify you from the ASEC quiz. And if there's a disagreement with the competitors, my decision will be final. With this, I'll be starting the quiz now. So the first section will be geography. What is the geographical name of a group or chain of islands? Yeah, the answer is an archipelago. I agree. So I forgot to mention you'll have 10 seconds to complete these questions. How many time zones are there around the world? Yeah, the answer is 24. So as a request to all the participants, as I mentioned again, please do not send the answers in the chat or unmute yourself because this will disqualify you from the asset quiz. And even then, there is no A, B, C, or D. They're just shapes and colors. So yeah, please refrain from doing so. Thank you. True or false? The Great Barrier Reef is the largest coral reef system. Yeah, it's true. True or false? The Amazon River is not the longest river in the world. Yeah, it's false. Next question. What is the capital city of Australia? Yeah, the answer is Canberra. Alright, so this one you have to type all your answer in all lowercase letters. What is the world's largest island? Oh yeah, for this question I give you guys a little more time because I know you guys have to type it. Yeah, the answer is Greenland. Which Southeast which Southeast Asian country is made up of over 17,000 islands? Yeah, the answer was Indonesia. True or false? The Yangtze River is the longest river in China. Yeah, it's true. So that concludes the geography session. Now we'll be moving on to social studies. How many US presidents have served in office before Donald Trump's current presidency? Again, please don't write your answers in the chat as this will disqualify you from the ASAT quiz. Yeah, the answer is 47. Which president is known for delivering the Gettysburg Address? Yeah, the answer is Abraham Lincoln. Which economic system is based on private ownership of the means of production and the pursuit of profit? Yeah, it's capitalism. This is the same economic system that the US functions on. Which government type is characterized by rule by a single leader with absolute power? Yeah, it's a dictatorship. What is the name of the famous code of laws created in ancient Mesopotamia? Yeah, it was the Code of Hammurabi. What is the term for the total value of all goods and services produced in a country in a year? Yeah, it's the GDP of a country. Which organization is known for coordinating the petroleum policies of its member countries? Yeah, it's OPEC. Which country is known for the Great Wall? Yeah, the answer is China. Oh, this is the last question of the social studies section. Yeah, it started in 1775. So that concludes the social studies section, and now we'll go to the English section. Again, please don't type answers in the chat, even though the question already ended. True or false? Metaphors are literal statements. Yeah, it's false. Metaphors are not literal statements. What literary device is used in the phrase time flies? Yeah, it's personification. Yeah, and a euphemism is a polite phrase replacing an unpleasant one. Which of the following is a conjunction? Yeah, and is a classic example of a conjunction. It's probably the most used conjunction in the English language. Which of the following is an example of a preposition? Uh, Also, since my repeated warnings of not using the chat for answers have been ignored, I have decided to mute the chat. Yeah, an example of a preposition is under. It was on the image, I think. But like, yeah, you get the gist of it from the image. What does an apostrophe indicate in a word? For context, the image does not show an apostrophe, it shows a quotation mark. Yeah, an apostrophe is usually used to show possession. Which Shakespeare play features the famous line "to be or not to be"? That is the question. Yeah, it was the Hamlet. True or false? The phrase "once in a blue moon" is an idiom. Yeah, it is an idiom. What is the correct spelling of the word? That means like someone who's done an error, like a person who has done a mistake or an error. Yeah, the answer is mistaken. So that concludes the English section, and now we'll be moving on to the science section. I see that people have raised their hands. Is there a reason for that? Is there a reason that people have raised their hands? No, great. So now let's start the science section. How many states of matter are there? Yeah, there are three states of matter. It's a pretty straightforward question, but yeah. Next question. Which process produces oxygen in plants? Yeah, it's photosynthesis. The process of where does the process of photosynthesis occur? Yeah, photosynthesis occurs in the chloroplast. Which element is produced after the silicon fusion nucleosynthesis? Yeah, the answer is iron. This was one of the tougher questions of this science set. So yeah, don't worry if you guys got it wrong. It was a tough question. What is the term for the brief electrical impulse that travels down the axon of a neuron? Yeah, the term is called an action potential. What is the process by which a human breaks down food to obtain energy? Yeah, so the process is called digestion. What is the powerhouse of an animal cell? Yeah, the powerhouse of the cell is the mitochondria. That's what it's typically called. How many different types of amino acids are there? Yeah, so the answer is 20 types. There are 20 different amino types of amino acids. What is the process by which a liquid changes into a gas? I Yeah, so it was evaporation. So that concludes the science section. Now this will be the last section and it'll be math. There are 180 pages in the book Diana is reading. Diana has read 90 pages. What percent of the book has she read? Yeah, so it's 50%. What is the next prime number following the number 7? I should not have given 20 six for this. Yeah, it was 11. What is the sum of all the interior angles of a triangle? Yeah, so it's 180 degrees. When was the equal sign invented? Yeah, so it was invented in 1557. Solve for x. 2x plus 5 is equal to 15. Yeah, so x will equal to 5, because that would make 2 times 5 is equal to 10 plus 5 is 15. What is the value of 5 factorial? Yeah, the value is 120. If a side has lengths of 3, 4, and 5, what type of triangle is it? Yeah, so it would be a right triangle. 3, 4, 5 triangle is one of the most famous right triangles in mathematics. There's a right triangle which has an angle measure of 30. What is the measure of the third angle? Yeah, the answer was 60. I understand why some of you would select 90, but the this was sort of a trick question. But when I say there's a right triangle, that means there's a 9-degree angle because a right angle is a 9-degree angle, and then there is an angle measure of 30. So it'd just be 180 minus those two angles, which would get you to 60. Continuing on, the 30, 60, 90 triangle is inscribed in a unit circle. What is the angle measures in radians? Yeah, so it would be pi over 2, pi over 3, and pi over 6, not respectively in opposite order. So that is the end of the quiz. In third place, we got Manha. Uh, in second place, we got Atif. And in first place, we got Alfez. So, ASA thanks all of its students for participating in this month's quiz competition. ASA would like to congratulate all the top 10 winners. The first place goes to Alfez, second place goes to Atif, and third place goes to Manha. I can't see the rest, but yeah. And uh, all the top 10 winners will receive their cash prizes uh, in a Visa gift card within the next week. Congratulations to all of you once again. Yeah, one more thing before we leave, and let me asset quiz starting next month. We'll be having an open quiz challenge. In this open quiz challenge, the pre-quiz questions will be posted on the Asset YouTube channel. It'll be approximately 1 week prior to the commencement of the actual asset quiz. So you all will have the questions before the quiz starts. Again, this will start next month and it's open to students of all levels. And this benefits you because number one, it provides a learning. You're still gaining the knowledge even though you're going and doing research on your own, which is what we want at Asset. And the second thing is it improves your neural activity and your skill of quick responsiveness because all of you are still competing to select the answer the fastest. And that's how you get higher on the podium. And lastly, it gives an opportunity to compete with your juniors and your seniors. So that's still why we have our quiz program from K to 12. Any school student can participate. They have the ability to, join our asset quizzes. So we want to provide this as a program of learning for all of you. So you all can visit the Asset YouTube channel to watch and prepare yourself for the Asset quizzes. And if you want to be the first to know of the posting for the pre-quiz videos, please subscribe to the Asset YouTube channel. Take an advantage and be an integral part of the Asset educational activities, and as an Assets ambassador to build your resume for the better future. And with best wishes, that's all I have for today. Thank you all so much for joining us, and I'll see you guys next month.